Well, one of the real good reasons why men had to co-sign for loans years ago, I think, if you talk to a lot of the banks around here, is that men traditionally were the ones handling the finances in their households, and I think it's a real step up that women are now doing it. Some out of necessity, but regardless whether it's necessity or whether we've just evolved to take on that role, it's certainly putting us better acquainted with our money, and I think banks are more comfortable with that. And this very brief segment we do every week is really to talk about some of the forms that are needed. Every bank around here is going to make a decision to loan or not loan based on the strength of the business plan. And that is the conceptual elements of the business plan, but then they're going to go, especially the banks, and especially if they are male bankers, they'll go right to the last pages, which are the finances. They want to know if it's financially viable. That's the most important thing for them. And we sometimes think as women that the conceptual end of it is equally important, and unfortunately for purposes of bank loans, that's not the case. It's the finances that are always looked at first, even by SBA loans that are backing very specifically women-owned businesses, and there are some wonderful programs that are government subsidized where a bank will give you a loan, but the government will guarantee that loan, so the bank is particularly thrilled at those loans. But it's all about the money, all about the finances. So just to review our journey on finances for the entrepreneur, we first decided that we needed to look at our personal financial need, and we needed to understand for that period of time between which our personal financial need could be met by our business profits as the business grew, we were going to have a plan. So we were going to assess, then we were going to plan how we were going to make up that difference until we got to such time that the profit from our business could support us. We were going to determine then how we were going to take care of the startup costs, which were those costs that were uniquely spent to put us in business, not necessarily to make money, just to put us in business. And then we were going to reach this wonderful spot over there where all of a sudden we're making that call saying, you know, I think I'm going to be backing out of my regular job and I'm going to be working full-time in my own business. And that's this point where the profit from your business can meet your financial personal needs. However, when you get there, it's like not so fast. There's one more thing. So if we look carefully, when we get to there, we can sometimes meet our needs on an annual basis, but what we have to watch out for is the monthly fluctuations, and that's handled through a cash flow analysis. An extreme example would be if we owned a soft serve ice cream shop. Clearly, we're making money head over heels June, July, August, and in January and February, there's nothing. So when we get to the point that the numbers look good, the profit from our business meets our personal financial needs on an annual basis, that's a great indication. But then we have to do a cash flow analysis to make sure that on a month-to-month basis we have the balance. And if you have a seasonal business, and we all do, whether or not we think we're in a seasonal business, we're all in a seasonal business, because even if you take a service business such as massage or chiropractic, anything like that, when people, even if they're just paying a copay, when it's Christmas time, they may decide, you know what, I'll forego that service and I'll buy that extra gift or give extra money to the children kind of thing. So even though we're not in a retail business, which is going to do 60 to 70% of their business September through December, which is seriously seasonal, the impact of that spending and perhaps wanting a little more money than we actually have at that season is going to impact even services that have co-pays. Do any of you experience that around the holidays, that you just see that there's a shift to your business, no matter what it is? So the cash flow is going to analyze that very carefully, and the bottom of any cash flow should be the amount of money that's taken out of the business on a monthly basis to meet the needs, so that you may take a little bit extra and put it aside September, October, November, December, because January is coming. We could have snow days, which impact businesses. Again, we have the post-holiday spending, which definitely impacts business. So that's the purpose of a cash flow. So we'll put these forms online and continue our journey. Thank you.